Pope Francis has been released from the hospital, and he has made an announcement that has shocked the entire Catholic world. The Vatican is now preparing for a major shift, and all eyes are on Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, a beloved and respected figure in the Church. Many believe he could be the next pope. What does this mean for the future of the Catholic Church? Let's explore the possibilities and the latest announcement that has everyone talking. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, often called Chito by those close to him, is a well-known figure in the Catholic Church. He is admired for his intelligence, humility, and strong leadership. Born on June 21, 1957 in Manila, Philippines, he was the youngest of 5 children. His family deeply valued education and faith. His father was a doctor and his mother was a teacher. They taught him the importance of compassion and helping others, lessons that would shape his future in the Church. From a young age, Tagle felt a strong calling to serve God. He entered the seminary early and studied philosophy and theology at Ateneo de Manila University and the University of Santo Tomas. His academic excellence set him apart, and he later went to Rome to study further. In 1985, he earned a doctorate in sacred theology from the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas. His deep knowledge of theology and strong pastoral care made him a rising star in the Catholic Church. Tagle was ordained as a priest in 1982. Over the years, he became known for his ability to connect with people from all walks of life. As a parish priest, he focused on both the spiritual and material needs of his community. He was also involved in Catholic education and social programs, always advocating for the poor and marginalized. His leadership and compassion set him apart, and in 2001, at just 43 years old, he was appointed Bishop of Imus, a Catholic stronghold in the Philippines. As Bishop of Imus, Tagle worked tirelessly to strengthen the Church's mission. He improved liturgical practices and expanded social outreach programs. His warm and thoughtful leadership gained him national recognition, and he became known for his powerful homilies and reflections. In 2011, Pope Benedict XVI appointed him as the Archbishop of Manila, one of the most influential positions in the Catholic Church. As Archbishop, Tagle continued his work promoting social justice, education, and care for the poor. He quickly became a global figure, attending major church events and meetings. His balanced approach to church leadership made him a unifying force. He engaged in discussions on important issues like poverty, human rights, and environmental protection. In 2012, Pope Benedict elevated him to the rank of Cardinal, recognizing his contributions to the global Church. Cardinal Tagle's leadership style is humble, compassionate, and inclusive. He emphasizes the importance of dialogue and understanding, both within the Church and with the wider world. His work has earned him deep respect among Catholics and even among people of other faiths. Many see him as a modern leader who can guide the Church through contemporary challenges. Today, Cardinal Tagle is considered one of the most influential figures in the Catholic Church. His future, whether as Pope or in another important role, will have a lasting impact on the Church's direction. As the Church faces new global challenges, his leadership and vision will be crucial in shaping its future. Cardinal Tagle's influence extends beyond the Vatican. He has become a voice for the Church worldwide, reaching out to different communities and cultures. His leadership represents a shift from a European-centered Church to a truly global institution. In 2019, Pope Francis appointed him as the prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples, a role that aligns with his mission to spread the Catholic faith worldwide. Under his leadership, the Vatican has introduced programs to address the specific needs of different regions. In Africa, where many Catholics face poverty, Tagle has helped fund schools and vocational training programs. In Myanmar, where political unrest has caused suffering, he has promoted peace-building efforts among Catholic communities. His leadership is focused on real solutions for real people, making him one of the most relatable and effective leaders in the Church today. One of Tagle's key principles is inculturation, which means adapting the Church's message to different cultures rather than imposing foreign traditions. In Africa, he has championed the use of indigenous music in religious celebrations. In India, He has supported traditional art forms to express biblical stories. This approach has made Catholicism more accessible and meaningful to diverse communities. Tagle is also a strong advocate for social justice and human rights. As the president of Caritas Internationalis, he led the Share the Journey campaign, which called for better treatment of migrants and refugees. He personally visited refugee camps in Lebanon and Jordan, listening to the stories of displaced people and raising their voices on the global stage. His commitment to interfaith dialogue is also noteworthy. In Southeast Asia, where Catholicism coexists with Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism, he has worked to build bridges between different religious communities. In Mindanao, a region with Catholic-Muslim tensions, he has supported initiatives that bring religious leaders together to address shared concerns like poverty and education. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Tagle became a symbol of hope for many Catholics. He led virtual masses, online conferences, and sent heartfelt messages to reassure the faithful. His address at the 2020 International Eucharistic Congress was one of his most powerful, offering comfort during uncertain times. So what does all this mean for the future of the Catholic Church? Many believe that Cardinal Tagle could be the perfect successor to Pope Francis. His leadership style mirrors Pope Francis's values of mercy, care for the poor, and rejection of privilege. But Tagle also brings something new, a youthful energy and a deep understanding of the global church's challenges. In 2014 and 2015, he played a key role in the Synod of Bishops on the Family, which addressed issues like divorce, remarriage, and LGBTQ inclusion. Instead of avoiding difficult conversations, he helped shape a message of compassion and understanding. His commitment to environmental issues is also notable. As a leading voice for Pope Francis's Laudato Si encyclical on climate change, he has pushed for reforestation projects and action on environmental disasters. Perhaps most importantly, he is a champion of accountability. In 2019, at the Vatican Summit on the Protection of Minors, he made an emotional call for the Church to take responsibility for past abuses and support survivors. In the Philippines, he has launched programs to prevent abuse and create safe spaces for victims. But what about his connection with young people? At World Youth Days, his speeches have inspired millions. He speaks their language, understands their struggles, and offers them a vision of faith that feels real and relevant. His ability to connect with the next generation is one of his greatest strengths. As Pope Francis recovers and the Church prepares for potential changes, the possibility of Cardinal Tagle becoming the next pope is stronger than ever. His leadership represents a new direction, one that is global, compassionate, and deeply rooted in social justice. If Cardinal Tagle were to become pope, it would mark a historic moment for the Catholic Church. He would be the first Asian pope, symbolizing the Church's truly global reach. His leadership would continue the work of Pope Francis while bringing fresh energy and new perspectives.